Does he want to win? I guess he
Nick
doesn't
Nable
want to
didn't
win.
take the
I guess he
job,
doesn't want to
actually.
win.
Yeah.
I guess he doesn't want to win.
Maybe he doesn't want his house egged.
Or
Maybe he
it's
doesn't want his
either
house egged
if
Yeah,
you're good at your
there's a
job,
lot
if
of
you do good at your job
animosity.
at being an Eagles offensive coordinator, you know what happens? You become a head coach. That's what happens. You just have to be good.
about for
Okay, guys.
for NFL.
You blew it. You blew it. You lost by 3 points. You should have won the damn game. Mahomes gonna be back, bro. Chargers are hiring McDaniels. Cooked.
This is also the same guy last episode that said Herbert sucks. So he doesn't
Pair him with Noel McLean. Should be a fun trip as Miles shows the little hat he has.
The little hat
they
he
didn't
has.
they didn't stop.
Just have a
fiance.
oh, fiance. So sorry. No disrespect.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Shout out to
sorry.
Pagalas. Shout out to Han.
Shout out to Han.
He had, and that was the only thing that didn't hit on my 25 leg parlay for 8.
Hey, who put up all these posters of Steph Curry? What the heck?
Prepared.
All right, we'll start with that. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Across the Board podcast. We're here another night. You guessed it, Monday, 5 p.m. We're here for y'all. Myself, Nano, Matt, Nico, Cashman, and Miles. On this very cold winter evening. About to get into the thick of it. We got some cool stuff. A little bit of a different format than what we've gone with before. We're trying some stuff out. We're kind of really diving deep into the across the board name. So we're gonna give you some more stuff, but checking in with everybody. Miles, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Cold. Here watching my Wolverines play a really shitty second half, to be honest with you. But somehow only down one with 2 minutes left. Can't really ask for more. It was a very snowy weekend here in Brooklyn, New York, so that was always fun. But happy to be here with the guys, and yeah, ready to get to it. So, Neeks, Mr. Cashman, how you living?
Living well. What's today? Tuesday, January 27th. Chilling. Just had a sandwich. My parlay's tracking, and we're about to record. So let's do it. Hopefully the parlay hits by the end of this
I'm good too, Neeks. I'm battling Winter Storm Firm with you here in Jersey. But it was great weekend of sports. Can't wait to talk all about it.
Yeah, for real. You guys have been snowed in, so I'm sure you've been watching a lot of sports in the last couple days. But well, with that, we'll jump right into it. So we're working more on kind of a segmented format. So for this first episode, you might hear us call out the formats. Hopefully, for future episodes, it will be kind of placed on the screen somewhere here. But first and foremost, to start the night, we're going to go into everybody's best highlight of the week, a memorable highlight that we've seen or something that we want to talk about. I guess I'll go first. Mine is a little bit dated. It's not exactly super recent. It is recent, but I have Freddie Mendoza's running touchdown in the national championship. Hopefully we can play the clip. I hope that you all have seen that clip, because that alone to me shows why he won the Heisman Trophy, why he was standing up there giving speeches in New York. Insane, absolutely. But that was what I had. What did you guys think?
Yeah, that Mendoza run was definitely heart of a champion Heisman moment for sure. I had the JSN one hand catch on the sideline in this week's
Mm.
NFC Championship game. Obviously, the NFC Championship game was a hard watch after watching my Broncos lose by 3 to the Patriots. But I sat there and watched the whole game, and JSN had a great game. But that one-handed catch on the sideline, I mean, he just snags that ball with one hand, never touches it with his other hand, gets 2 feet down, survives the ground and everything. I mean, it's really hard to rank these wide receivers now, but I don't know how you can't. Him and Puka 1A 1B for me. So I really thought that was my best highlight I saw of the weekend. But Neeks, you got one?
Yeah, I thought my best highlight of the weekend was Cooper Cup in the NFC Championship game to secure the final
Mm.
catch on third down against his former team. I thought that was a real big smack in the face to the Rams, and I thought you couldn't draw it up any better if you were Cooper Cup.
That was a good one.
Yeah, mine would be the Drake May bootleg to send the Patriots to the
Mm.
Super Bowl. If you
Oh,
ever watch if you watch the
Upset
mic'd up
Miles
version,
there.
it's even cooler than they all said that wasn't a part of the play. It was the first time ever that he's done that, a bootleg. And just for a 23-year-old to do that in the snow on the road where New England's never won in the postseason, hats off to him. And he's going to be playing for a championship next Sunday.
Miles, how do
which
you feel
which
about that?
we can give Matt his flowers. He did in our first episode he did say Drake May could be hosting a Lombardi this year. So we
Could
like to
be.
give flowers here where flowers are due. So
Man knows
that
ball,
was
okay?
Could
the guy
be.
knows ball. The guy knows ball. So we will
We'll give
say
it to
that.
him.
But we can move to our next segment, which we are going to do, which is kind of we want to really tap into our across the board name. So this week and in the next upcoming weeks, we're going to do some niche sports news of the week. So things that aren't the big four major US sports that we want to cover and kind of touch on. So I wanted to touch on the Australian Open for tennis, which is going on right now. And it's been a great week for Americans thus far in the Aussie Open. Um, Two I wanted to highlight here are Lerner Tien and Eva Jovic. Lerner Tien is 20 years old. Eva Jovic is 18 years old. And it's the youngest U.S. presence in the final eight of a Grand Slam in nearly 3 decades. Became the youngest American female to reach the Aussie quarterfinals since Venus in 1998. She did just lose yesterday to Sabalenka, the number one player in the world. So, end of a great run for her in the Aussie Open. And then Lerner Tien um, became the youngest man to reach a slam quarterfinal since 2002, and he's been playing great tennis. Obviously, this is along with Coco Gauff and Ben Shelton, who have also been putting on for American tennis. So I just wanted to give the Americans some love down under and tell them to keep keep pushing on. So that's my news for the week. Nana, you got anything?
Fire, fire. Love to see the support down under. But yeah, I had something. Many of you probably know this, but for anyone who's kind of new to our audience, Miles and I actually played rugby in college. Very much have a love for the sport. I actually lived and played in New Zealand, and I was able to luckily bring Miles onto that when we got the opportunity to play in college. So what I had actually is kind of something that I've been seeing on my page now is the tickets are available for the New Zealand All Blacks versus the South African oh my God, why am I Springboks on September 12th in Baltimore, which is actually going to be crazy at the Raven Stadium. And I'm hoping that I get to go because that would be cool. Get to see the boys. Shout out Sam Clark. He's one of the most recent to be pulled up to the All Blacks, and I stayed with him and his brother one time back my friend TJ back when I was living in New Zealand. So that's really cool to see. Hopefully, I can go support we'll see what happens. It is on my mom's birthday, but if she's down to go support New Zealand, which she always is, we'll see what
Shout out
happens.
mom.
But
Shout out mom.
yeah, shout out mom for real. Shout out mom's birthday. But that's what I had. So go if you're interested, go buy your tickets right now for September 12th, Baltimore, New Zealand versus South Africa. Be there. But Matt, what about you? What did you have?
So let's go to a sport we haven't talked about on this pod yet, even though it's not really a niche. It's one of the most popular in the world. We're going to go to the African Cup of Nations, the soccer final between Senegal and
Mm.
Morocco. It was a crazy
Oh,
game. First time ever Morocco's hosted it, and they were in the final. Senegal and Morocco, it was a very tight game, very contested, heated game. A lot of fouls that were not called, a lot of questionable refereeing. The Senegalese were not pleased with the refs at all throughout the whole game. There were some actions that the ball boys on the sidelines were doing with the goalie of Senegal taking his towel, assaulting somebody, trying to help the goalie out. But it really goes down to the last minutes. They give a penalty to Morocco in like the 90th minute of the game, and Senegal's like, "We're
mm.
done. We're leaving." They actually left the field. It was about a 15-minute, or I think the rule is if you're out the field for 15 minutes, it's a forfeit. They come out at the 14th minute of that 15 minutes,
What?
Oh my God. I mean,
and
it
we still
already looked
haven't
like the
taken the
most.
penalty yet. The guy comes up there and does the worst chip of all, the worst kick of all time, right into the goalie's arms after a 15-minute delay. They go to extra time in the 94th minute. Senegal scores and wins the African Cup of Nations. It was a great game, and it shows why like soccer in every part of the world it's different. I mean, you're never going to find that type of game here in the U.S. or in Europe, but
Oh yeah,
great game and a great
100%.
story there for Senegal. And Sadio
It
Mane, he
it's
was the captain, legend of the sport. Got his first African Cup of Nations. So
that
turn us
truly
in.
did seem like the most hectic game ever. I've
It
been
was
What?
seeing
so.
Like the
videos
market was like
every.
odds, bro. Like what was going on?
The highlights didn't even
Yeah,
do it
the
justice. Like you gotta watch that.
no,
Like you
because
had to have watched that game live
That's
because it was
crazy.
insane.
it first popped onto my feed with the ball boy, the guy helping the ball boy,
Yeah.
or the guy helping the goalie keep his towel away from the ball boy. I was like, what is this? They're actually physically like chasing after him on the sideline. I was like, yo, is no one gonna intervene?
No, it
I
was in
got
It's
Morocco.
crazy.
They're all for it.
Yeah,
oh wow.
and then well, Morocco, they lost, right?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and I saw they were pissed,
Oh yeah.
crazy pissed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, throwing hands everywhere, storing the field. That it does go to show soccer is different everywhere. But anyway, sorry, Nico. What about you?
So heading on down to the Caribbean, the Jamaican bobsled team, they have qualified, because they've had a recent downward trend since the whole cool running things. So they didn't qualify in '02, and they didn't qualify in '08, '09, but they just recently qualified. So I'm pretty excited for the Olympics in general. I feel like we're always like engaged in like the five major sports, so I'm really interested to watch all the other sports and see what it's like.
Yeah, obviously, Cool Runnings, obviously a classic, one of Nano's favorite movies of all time.
We
Love
watched
that
it.
Um,
movie.
Remember?
We're getting Cool Runnings
Great.
too. I'd
We're,
love that.
yeah, I would love that. We watched Cool Runnings at least 3 times when we our
That's
senior
Pick the
year,
At
over on that.
minimum, at
a
minimum, at minimum.
minimum. Like
So
the
it
last
was.
3 weeks, we watched it 3 times.
I'm
I
pretty sure, yeah.
I
So
love that
it's
movie.
great to see. It's great to see the Jamaicans, as my grandfather referred to them, the Jakes, back in
Whoa.
the Olympics for the for the
Whoa.
bobsled. If that's a slur, I'm sorry.
Whoa. I don't know.
Oh,
It sounded
okay, yeah.
like it.
Well,
That
we're
didn't
we're
sound
gonna
good.
have to fact check that one.
What the fact
Bleep
check?
it.
uh,
Mute his mic.
Shout out Gramps though. Shout out Gramps.
shout out Archie. He is a real
Shout out
man,
Archie. He's the real one. Nico's best friend. Nico Cashman's best friend. So you know.
literally.
Um, but yeah, so that's our news. That's our news segment for the week. We have had a lot of comments that we need to cover women's sports here on the pod. So we're each going to talk about some a spotlight of some women's sports here. Mine's really quick. Obviously, I just talked about the Aussie Open. There were four U.S. women in the Aussie Open quarterfinal, which was the first time it's happened in nearly 3 decades. So that was a big deal for American women's tennis. So I just wanted to note that. Nano, you got anything else?
Yes, first off, just want to say we do listen to the fans. Okay, we listen to you guys' suggestions. And obviously we're going to talk about every sport. We're not biased around here. No hatred at all
Across the board, across the
across the
board.
board. Um, but something that I have in the women's sports scene is that I saw that Salt Lake City is getting a brand new professional softball team, the Utah Talons. So very excited about that. I thought that was really cool. They have some good players coming. I saw one of them's coming from UCLA. Last year she threw pitched for, I can't remember. I think they won like 100 games or something with her pitching. So very excited to see that. But I thought that was pretty cool. A new team, new kind of just a league that's growing steadily. So excited to see the Utah Talons. But yeah, that's what I had.
I feel like Utah was just getting so many sports teams recently.
Yeah,
They
Talking
got
about.
they
the
got the space for it. They got the space
yeah, they
for it
do
for
have the
sure.
space.
Yeah, I'll go. On the same note as Miles, I was watching the Australian Open this past week. I'm not a huge tennis guy, but yeah, I kind of find it like golf. It kind of like a soothing, like a very calm sport. It takes a while. Arena Zabalenka, she is dominating right now. She's won in straight sets all throughout this till the semifinal tomorrow, or what's today? Thursday, the 29th. And me and my mom were watching, and we saw that Sabalenka doesn't have a flag next to her, and we were like, "Whoa, what's all that about?" I was like, "Oh, maybe she's Russian." Well, close. She's from Belarus, and they worked in adjacent Russia to invade Ukraine. And why I'm mentioning that now is for the semifinal, the woman she is facing is from Ukraine. So if you have anything to
Mm.
watch on Thursday night, not a lot of no Thursday night football, not a lot of things going on Thursday. There might be some fisticuffs, might be some hair pull. I don't know how they get down on the Aussie Open. I know it's really hot, so maybe the girls gonna be a little feisty. So let's see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah. Sports imitates life, doesn't it? And so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. And Sabalenka's a fiery player.
Oh yeah,
So
she was yelling the whole match. She's
oh
punching
yeah. I
herself
mean
and all that. Yeah.
yeah, she's
Well,
crazy. So
we'll we'll see what happens for sure.
Neeks, you got a note?
Yeah, I wanted to highlight a contract that was recently dealt in women's sports. It was actually one of the highest globally on record, and it was Trinity Rodman. She signed a record $2 million deal. I know that sounds insane. $2 million deal. Yeah, it makes her the highest paid women's soccer player globally. So with $2 million for a 3-year contract, she is the highest paid women's soccer globally. So I just wanted to highlight maybe like how like the women's scene is really popping off recently, and how the pay grade is definitely not the same as men's. Obviously, because the women's sports has really taken a big boost, I would say, in the last 5 years. So to me, it's insane how a $2 million deal is one of the highest globally for women. When $2 million deals are dealt like pretty much everywhere in sports to anybody. So it's crazy how that is the globally record for women. Thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I mean you could
And
just look at
she's
the pay difference between the NBA and the WNBA. I
yeah,
I
I
know
mean
was
they're
gonna
going through
say
something right now, but
I
when
think that's a
when
vet minimum in the NBA.
I mean,
yeah,
this
Vet
isn't the
minimum.
best example, but when Caitlin Clark got drafted and she immediately signed a Nike deal that was 6 times what she was getting in the WNBA, it just kind of makes you think, you know what I mean?
And
yeah.
Trinity signed that contract with what, her NWSL team?
Oh yeah. So yeah, there was like big news of her going to like Europe, but she stayed in America, which I don't blame her. She's probably comfortable here. Like I probably wouldn't want to go to Europe and play soccer. Stay where you're comfortable at. And we have the one of the best women's teams in the world anyway, so she doesn't really need to prove herself anyways. So yeah. And she's out with the Washington Spirit. Washington.
Oh,
Mm.
Washington. Okay, cool,
Shout out Spirit.
cool.
Shout out
And is that
Washington for real.
that's DC, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
DC,
DC.
not Washington
Hmm.
State. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no.
Okay, well, shout out all the women
Yeah.
out there in sports.
Shout out
We
women.
support
Yeah, we do
we
support. We do
support
listen to
women in
our
sports.
fans. Trust us. We care about all sports around here. Okay, across
We
the board
do.
for a reason.
Okay.
We
I
sure
guess
do.
moving on from that, because we do have to move on to our next segment. We are going to move into something that we are calling possibly Amen Corner, which for those of you who don't know golf is a series of golf holes at Augusta National that are considered to be some of the hardest. That doesn't necessarily have to do with what we're talking about. What we are talking about is golf, though. So we're gonna jump into this. This is kind of mostly Miles and myself, as we're more of the golf fans. So yeah, we'll dive straight into this. Miles, what did you have as a journalist coming off this week of golf coming back, kind of?
Yeah, so it's golf is back. Professional golf is back. It's been very exciting.
Thank God.
And we're right back to our regularly scheduled program. Scotty Scheffler won the American Express tournament this week in California.
Hmm.
His 20th victory on the PGA Tour,
Won by how
which
many?
uh, do you
I'll
have
give
the
you the
number? I think he
stat.
went by five. He went by five
20.
strokes.
He won by 5 strokes, sitting at 27 under, which is
Yeah,
insane.
We play
I
mini
Yeah.
know. I
golf.
know. Matt.
They play mini golf out there.
No,
There no bunkers, no
no.
hazards out there.
I
That's
mean,
just what happens,
it
bro,
is
when
an
you're
easier
elite.
course, but he's the best player in the world. What do you want from him?
Yeah, 27
We need to
under.
take that.
His
We need to
20th
take that
victory.
course off the list. We need to take it off.
They could do that. His 20th victory on tour. He's the third fastest to ever reach 20 victories on tour. I'm sure you can guess who was the fastest. Um, and yeah, I mean, this just Scotty has never gotten off to this quick of a start. Usually, his first wins in past seasons have been in April or May. I think last year it took all the way up until no, he won the Valero right before the Masters last year.
The
So,
Masters last year.
yeah, but usually he takes a little bit to warm up, and this year he's right out of the gate, wins the second tournament of the year. So watch out for a year from Scotty Scheffler again. And secondly, I just wanted to touch on obviously. What'd you say?
So that Scotty's a monster, dude. He makes golf look so
Yeah,
easy.
Jersey product.
Yeah,
Jersey
yeah.
product.
Of
Hey,
course.
UT taught though. Texas taught.
Also, I have a comment on
um,
golf. I don't know if you guys watch the TGL Golf League on
I
mhm.
EPS.
well, I was gonna bring that up in my segment, but yeah, what do you have on the TGL? I love the
No,
TGL.
I saw like a reel, like it was like a Wyndham Clark. He had like the longest like drive in TGL history. I thought that was pretty
Mm,
cool. Yeah.
that was crazy.
we
I saw,
we do not support Wyndham Clark on this podcast, but yeah, we will do.
bruh. Um, who was it? Somebody just made the first albatross in the TGL
That was
league.
that was Justin Rose.
Justin Rose, yeah. Which man, you
Mhm.
gotta love Justin Rose, the most consistent golfer ever. But yeah, I saw that too was really cool. But yeah, I was gonna go into the fact that it is season 2 of the TGL, the Tomorrow Golf League. For those of you who don't know, it is basically the biggest simulator golf you've ever seen. Um, but yeah, it's really sick. I've seen a lot of feed, honestly, from Sahith Theegala's girlfriend, Juju. Kind of just have a
Well,
uh,
fiance.
oh, fiance. So sorry. No
Congrats.
disrespect.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Shout out to
sorry.
Tagalas. Shout out Sahan.
So, shout out to Han.
That's
We're
all.
just gonna yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. But so really excited for season 2. I think that it's going to be exciting. I did see uh, San Francisco, the Bay City, lost to Atlanta 9-1. think it was a couple days ago.
All the teams right here. I just
I
got
don't
the app just now.
know.
The Atlanta
The
Drive.
Atlanta
It's
Drive are
cool. They
the
make it
Atlanta
fun
Drive are the
to,
reigning champions. So
I'm
yeah.
pledging allegiance to the New York Golf Club right now. That's my squad.
The New York Golf Club. It's a cool
isn't
thing. It's
Fitzy's on the New York Golf Club? Matt Fitzpatrick. Do you see that
hmm
name on the New York Golf? Yeah.
I'll screw now.
I'm trying to think. Jupiter is a another
There's a
team.
Boston. I know there's a Boston.
There's a
Yeah,
Boston
there's a
team.
Boston team. I'm
Bay
pretty sure
Area.
Rory's on the Boston team. I'm pretty sure.
R-
Um
No, I think whatever team Keegan Bradley's on, he's on Boston.
Keegan's on the Boston team.
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna
sorry.
say I
Yeah.
don't know if Rory is. Um,
Um Justin Thomas is on the Atlanta team. Obviously Sahith is on the LA team.
hmm
I believe along with like Colin Morikawa as well.
Well, they could look it up.
hmm
They could look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
go
there's
watch it. It's fun. They make it
go
fun to
watch it.
watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, exciting
Um
to see that. Hopefully we get invited out there by TGL to go, play a hole.
I think
Anyways,
Neeks would kill it. I think Neeks
moving
would
on
kill
from
it.
that,
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
I think Neeks would kill it too. But yeah, anyway, moving on from that. My kind of what I had was, yeah, Scotty just putting up ridiculous numbers. It just shows you how elite these guys are. Because I was seeing the stats of other players that were tied for like 44th, and they're coming 5, 6 under. I've never shot even in my life. You know what I mean? Scratch. Imagine being 5 under and be tied for 44th. So just kind of a perspective. But now we're moving into the Farmers Insurance Open at Torrey Pines coming up on the 29th through the 1st. And then after that, another big one, Waste Management, February 5th through the 8th, which is going to be pretty crazy. Always hectic, rowdy there as they finish same weekend, Super Bowl every year.
Yeah, it's a great tournament there. I would
Yeah.
just like to know, the Farmers will be the official return of Brooks Koepka to the PGA Tour.
Oh,
He's making
yeah.
his return. I know we touched on it a couple episodes ago. But yes, Brooks will be making his return to the PGA Tour this week. And he's playing in a featured group with Ludwig Oberg and Max Homa. So excited to have Brooks back. Me and Nano were lucky enough to see Brooks win a
I was
major
just
championship
about to say that.
in my hometown of Rochester, New York at Oak
And
Hill. Well, moving to our next segment, the pit crew, talking about some F1 news. We'll make this very quick because obviously it's F1 off season. But last week, all of the liveries for the different teams were presented, and it's just a good time to judge the aesthetics of these cars. I mean, we're not really seeing much action. I mean, they do have test drives on track, and
mhm,
I saw a clip of the Mercedes car, and it's giving flashbacks of like Red Bull in its heyday. Like the cars sound like a
mm,
rocket ship going down these straights, and it sounds explosive and fast.
mm,
And I mean, you don't win drivers championships or manufacturing championships off of how your car sounds and testing and all that kind of stuff. But with the regulation change, it's usually the constructors, the teams that build their own engines that have an advantage in those first couple of years. And so we everyone is assuming that Mercedes will be very good.
yeah.
So I think this is
And when it
just further
comes to
proof that
Mercedes, I mean, they have 7 behind their name within the last 12 years. So just to give you some
exactly.
perspective, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So that's all I wanted to talk about. I mean, some beautiful cars, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the season.
I gotta buy the video
Yeah.
game. That's what I should do.
You should what?
What?
Should buy the video game F1.
Oh,
Yeah,
F1
it's very good.
2026?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good one. I'm still playing the free version of F1 and PGA because that's just all that Game Pass has right now.
I play Gran Turismo.
Uh,
It's fun.
Gran Turismo was good. That was one of those games I used to have back in the day. Um, to kind of go off of what Miles was saying, Um, Not a lot to go off of because there's not a lot happening. So sorry for that anticlimactic cutscene there. But what we do have were the Ferrari drivers starting their test drives in Barcelona, in a rainy Barcelona. Me personally, looking at clips, it still doesn't look like Lewis is happy. Charles is doing what Charles does, so he is going to be perfectly fine. But I saw that they were, doing their best, and it didn't seem like the car was that bad in the rain, but we'll see how it keeps up throughout the season. Besides that, the other news I saw was Williams reportedly failed multiple FIA crash tests with their new chassis. So if you're a Williams fan, yeesh, looks like you guys aren't going to be testing for another couple of weeks. If
Yeah,
you're not a Williams,
pray for Carlos
yeah,
Sainz and Alex Albon's life.
yeah, we'll
Honestly.
see what happens because those chassis broke in half apparently, I guess. I don't know. Lastly, the other news I saw was Apple TV just launched their new F1 app ahead of the season that's coming out. So, for those of you who don't know, Apple has taken over the F1 scene after they recorded the F1 movie. They bought it out basically. So now, if you want to watch any F1 races, commentary, anything like that, you have to go onto Apple TV. Um, might be convenient for people who or inconvenient for people who don't have Apple TV. I don't know how that's going to work out, but their new F1 app just dropped. So go check it out. See what you think if you're into F1 at all. Let's go into the NFL. Miles, what do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think this is finally the time for me to talk about my Broncos. It was an amazing season. We proved the haters, two of them I see on screen with me right now. We proved the haters wrong. we
Frauds.
proved we proved the doubters wrong. We beat the fraud allegations. But sadly, we did not have our quarterback for the AFC Championship game, and we were unable to beat the Patriots. Um, it was a it was an interesting game. Obviously, only finished with a score of 10-7. And you look at pictures and videos of the first half, and look at pictures and videos of the second half. It's like they're playing a completely different sport. Um, and yeah, I mean, it's sad to see the season end like this. I mean, I would say after the Bo Nix news of him being hurt and his season being over, I kind of knew that there was no hope for hoisting a Lombardi anymore. But I'm still very proud to be a fan of this team. It was a great season, a lot of memorable games. I'll never forget sitting in B Dubs and watching the Giants blow a 20-point lead to the Broncos in the fourth quarter with Neeks and Matt. That'll always forever be in my memory. And so it was a great year. They're finally done with the Russell Wilson dead cap money. So we'll finally have some cap space moving into
Shout out
this
Russ.
off season. And so I'm excited to see what's some moves. So give me a wide receiver, give me a running back, and let's retool this thing and let's go. So that's kind of all I had to talk about
Okay, guys.
for NFL.
You blew it. You blew it. You lost by 3 points. You should have won the damn game. Mahomes gonna be back, bro. Chargers are hiring McDaniels. Cooked.
This is also the same guy last episode that said Herbert sucks. So he doesn't really believe his chirps.
Herbert's
But go
coming back.
ahead, Neeks.
He's gonna be good. With McDaniels, he's gonna be good.
Yeah, he'll be good. He'll be good. He will be
I
good.
like to make a statement about just an overlining. I thought both games were great. I think they could have been better if they both had a roof on it. Okay, let's get all these stadiums inside and let's play some actual football. All right. There we got all. I sent out a text in the group chat that we have. We're all in. I said this game sucks now. When it started snowing, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is real football. This is real football." If real football is running in on 3rd and 9 when in 3 minutes left to go to Super Bowl, count me out. I don't want to watch that football. Okay. And it ruined the whole game. I mean, you were like, "Oh, it's 3 point game. Let's go. We're about to go crazy fourth quarter," and nothing happened because it was too snowy. And then, I mean, it's cool for a minute, and then you're like, "Oh, this shit sucks now," and it's like, And then it ruins the first half of the game because Sean Payton, do you think if he knows that we're gonna get 7 feet of snow in the fourth quarter, is he gonna kick that?
He
Is he gonna
kicks the
go for the
field goal.
fourth?
He's
No,
kicking
he's
the field
not.
goal.
He's not
Yes.
gonna do that. But if it was inside, it wouldn't have mattered, and we could actually talk about it like a real game. But it wasn't because the game kind of turned into a shit show. So let's get all these stadiums. Denver,
It,
Seattle. What else? Lambeau Field. I don't care.
Buffalo.
No.
that
Buffalo.
was a snow day game. That it looked like an outdoor backyard game playing in the snow. I
Yeah,
thought it
it
was cool
stunk.
when the snow started coming down, but you're right, it never stopped. And I was like, dang. When they started going through with leaf blowers and rakes and stuff in between each, literally every single TV timeout, I was like,
Series.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have to disagree with you guys, honestly. I have to disagree with that.
I mean,
Nico,
I
have you ever
disagree. So
played
yeah.
in the snow?
Yeah, I've been playing in the snow. Freshman year of
And was it fun?
I mean, it was cold as shit, but I mean that's life, bro. Shit.
But this was six
So it
feet
wasn't
of
fun. It
snow.
sucked.
This,
What do you say? It
Man,
sucked.
here's the thing,
I
though. I mean,
think,
like, how many snow games do we even get every playoffs? I mean, we had one last year with the Eagles Rams. That was a great game. You're not gonna say
Just
that
got
game.
one now.
Who could call the ball on the sidelines, dead in the snow? I mean, and then you have the Tom Brady game against the Raiders back in the day. I mean, that's an iconic game. I mean, and we could say this game sucked, but we'll look at it. I mean, not as a kind of game for the Bronco fans, but it was a snow game. We
yeah,
don't get
no,
that often. So I
it
mean,
was in terms of like nostalgic football games, it looked cool. It was a winter game, right before the Super Bowl. And I agree, I love snow games. Um, I love the snow in general, but I can definitely see how it just kind of it slowed everything down, and it kind of made everything out of reach for the Broncos in the end. So good or bad, I don't know.
I want
Uh,
the games to be
come
memorable because of the football, not because of what's coming from the sky.
come live in the north and you won't like the snow. I'll tell you that much.
I think if we had the snow game earlier in the season when it was less crucial, it would have had a more nostalgic feel. But I could have had that last game going the full way, going for the deep balls in the end, not
Yeah, I don't know why
necessarily like,
Miles. This guy's like, yeah, I love snow games. My team just didn't go to Super Bowl because of it.
I mean, as someone
I
who's
don't
been
get
in
it.
sports,
I don't get it.
The thing is that we didn't go to the Super Bowl because we didn't have our starting quarterback. That's the reason.
Well,
And that Sean
and
Payton
then you
but
also
doesn't
can
had
want
a
to
Bo
kick
kick a
Nix
field
to
play
tie
goal.
the
any
game, and you couldn't
better?
make it because it was snowing 17
Well,
feet.
That's what
he
I'm
missed a game in
saying.
the first half with no snow from 50. So
Okay, yes,
just had a
yes.
bad game. He just had a bad game. He
You think he's
wasn't gonna.
missing from 50
I had
twice? How many times has he missed all year? He's missed like 4 times all year or whatever.
Yeah, I know, but
Like,
I agree with you that that was absolutely the worst way for an AFC Championship game to end. But I think that football is an outdoor sport and that you got to deal with the elements as part of the game. And yeah, I mean, it sucks that it played a part in costing my team a chance to go to the Super Bowl, but
okay, so you
thank
I'll
you
God.
live
blame
with
it
it.
more you blame it more on Stiddy than
I
No,
than the
I
I mean,
snow
blame I
condition.
blame it I blame it on the lack of Bo Nix and Sean Payton's the idiotic decision to not kick a field goal on the 14-yard line with a backup quarterback to go up 10 in the AFC Championship game, and instead on 4th and 1 you try a play action bootleg pass that immediately gets blown up. That is a terrible play call. That is a terrible decision, and those two things, that plus obviously Stidham with the fumble stupid play, those are the reasons why we lost this game, not because of the snow. So that's all I have to say. But we can move on to the other topics in NFL. I mean, I don't want to keep harping on the Broncos, but yeah.
Fair. We do have to move on to the other game that happened. Little less stakes for us personally involved, but the Seattle Rams game shootout to the very end. We saw
better's heaven
that
that
was
game.
what'd you say, Neeks?
A better's heaven that game was. Everybody
Oh
hit
yeah.
in that game.
Yeah, everybody's overhit.
Yeah,
Even Jake Bobo's overhit.
yeah. Jake Bobo plus 3,000, dude. What? I had that ticket. Crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a good game. So I guess we can dive into that. Sam Darnold, three touchdown passes, had a big game. Uh, especially especially when it mattered. Let's be honest, because they needed those last crucial scores. But it was a fun game to watch, I thought, and I'm excited to see Seattle in the Super Bowl again to do a little rematch. But what did you guys think?
Yeah, I thought it was a great game. There was a clip of me talking about I wanted to say Seattle, but I didn't know Sam Darnold big games. Well, he just shut me right up because he basically played a flawless game. He was running, he was shucking it to JSN, Rashid Shaheed started the game off 51-yard grab. Just got the offense going. K9 showed it like he could lead a backfield by himself. He was running all over. And the defense, I mean, Mike Neal knows how to draw it up. Nick Warrior, I mean, how much more can you say about the guy? Rookie, and he's probably one of the top safeties already in the league. I wonder how that affects Caleb Downs' draft stock, seeing how much this safety has changed the defense and how many teams are going to try to resemble this Mike McDonald defense. And
That's
I
a great
mean,
point right there.
I wonder if one team is
Yeah,
going to be reach. I don't know. I mean, Caleb Down's a great football player, but I don't know. I don't know how high a reach would be. But top five for a safety is pretty high. If he goes top seven, that's still pretty high. But I wouldn't be surprised if that happens.
yeah,
At all. I thought it was a beautiful game. Shout out our friend Meach going to the Super Bowl, so
yeah,
go win it. Um, and yeah, I mean, I obviously also was not a believer in that NFC conversation we have. I didn't even bring. I don't think any of us, or other than Matt, none of us brought up the Seahawks. And I was a firm believer that Sam Darnold was going to find a way, find a time, and that one of these games, either the one seed game that they had at the end of the regular season between them and the 49ers for the one seed, or in either of these playoff games that they played, I thought he was going to find a way to lose the game for his team. But I mean, he, like Matt said, he shut me right up. He had a terrific game. They trusted him. They put the ball in his hands. I think the most telling part about it was when they got the ball back with 4 minutes and they didn't just you see usually defensive coaches and teams that don't really trust their quarterback, they're kind of just going to hand the ball off 3 times, hope they break one, and just chew up as much clock as they can. But no, they came out on second down and passed the ball, and they passed the ball multiple times in this drive and ate up so much clock. Um, and was able to and gave the ball back to the Rams with very minimal time left to do anything. And then obviously Puka caught the ball in bounds, and then the time expired, and now they're heading to Santa Clara for the Super Bowl. So
yeah,
congratulations to the Seahawks. Congratulations to former Michigan man Mike McDonald on leading his team to the Super Bowl. And yeah, I'm all behind the Seahawks in this one because I can't bear to see the Patriots get another one. So
yeah. That's facts. I'm also behind the Seahawks. But Nico, what do you have to say on this?
I thought the game was fantastic. Thought it was a great football game. I thought I thought I had the Rams winning this game. I did. Um, but I knew the game would be close. I thought the Rams had a great opportunity at the end of the game. I don't think they should have went for it on fourth down. I think they just took the points. They would have been down by one, and they actually ended up getting the ball back at the end of the game, and they would have only been down one. I thought they would have won the game. Honestly, I thought Sean McVay rolled the dice. He failed. As far as for the Seahawks, I've been impressed with this team all year long. I've been a doubter of them. Um, I'm not gonna lie, but every time I watch them, they just Sam Darnold's going crazy. Jackson Smith and Jigba is somehow always open. Patriots, if you guys want to win the Super Bowl, put your whole team on him and see what happens. Honestly, uh, and yeah, I feel like we're talking great about Sam Darnold, but I'm like, let's see, can you do it again? You got to do it again. You win that game. Let's do it again, baby. 'Cause, if you're really like
Yeah,
that, let's do it again in the Super Bowl. And I think the
three.
Patriots have great defense. So I think it's going to be a great bowl. People are underestimating the Patriots. I got the Patriots, and right now I got Patriots to win the bowl. I think Drake May is
mm,
going to show up. I think the Patriots offense has been ass this postseason. Uh,
Mm.
but at the end of the day, they versus Texans defense. They went against the Chargers defense, and they went up against the Broncos defense. how battle tested can they be, and they're gonna go up against another great defense. So let's see how this game turns out. Honestly,
Yeah, we'll see. It's looking a lot like the Super Bowl that has already happened between these two teams. Honestly, powerful defense. I mean, obviously they don't have the same defensive backs that they did back then, but strong defenses versus two QBs that we kind of want to see who can hash it out better. So
also weird stat. This is the first Super Bowl matchup between two teams who lost in week 1. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
very
pretty cool.
interesting.
And to think that the Patriots lost to the
Yeah,
Raiders,
the
week
Raiders, who have the
1.
number 1 pick.
Yeah,
Like that's
literally.
gross. That is disgusting.
Well,
But yeah,
oh, sorry, what were you gonna say?
no. I was just gonna transition to the next
Oh
segment
yeah,
as long
Oh,
as
can I just
no
say
one else
something?
said
One
anything.
thing before
Yeah,
yeah, go
yeah.
for it.
Go
Eagles,
ahead.
please sign a offense coordinator, please. We've swung and missed on everybody, and we just gotta get somebody.
What are these? What are these interviews though? Nagy
Bro, there's nobody
and
else. Everybody's saying no. McDaniel said no. Dable said no. Slovis
McDaniel
said
said
no.
no.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't
They would
understand what
rumor
we're
for that.
why
I
would
I
understand.
mean,
Dable
Maybe because Nick
that seems kind of
Sirianni
weird.
sucks.
wait?
Maybe
Why
because
would
No one
Dable?
wants to coach under
Oh,
Sirianni.
sorry, yeah, Bob Sala is the greatest of all time, and go coach the Titans.
He's probably better to coach under than Nick Sirianni.
I'm actually
Does he want
shocked.
to
I'm
win? I
shocked
guess he
Nick
doesn't want
Dable
to
didn't
win.
take the
I guess he
job.
doesn't want to
Actually,
win.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess he doesn't want to win.
maybe he doesn't want his house egged. You ever
Or
maybe he
it's
doesn't
either
want
it's
his house
either
egged
if
with
Yeah,
you're good at your
there is a
job,
lot
if
of
you do good at your job
animosity.
at being an Eagles offensive coordinator, you know what happens? You become a head coach. That's what happens. You just have to be good. How about if you're good at your job? How about you come and win a Super Bowl and or go to a Super Bowl, which we've had for the past 2 good OCs, and then you become a head coach again. But
I
that's just
think
me. Maybe that's
if
just me. Maybe he wants to go coach the 2-15 Titans. I don't know.
I think that if you work for the Eagles in general, your house is inevitably going to get egged at some point.
Not if you're good. And you should be good. I don't think anybody's disagreeing with me if I say the talent on the Eagles is a top 5 talented team in the league. This
Agreed.
was
Okay, I'll
definitely
take that.
it
When
was
when
definitely a
they're playing
bottom
good and the call
coach
playing's
team.
there,
We
when they
had one of
have the call playing, that they do look like I've said before, Prime Madden team. Those guys go crazy.
but even we don't, and we went 11-6 with Brian Johnson and Kevin Petula. I mean, the floor is very still so high with this team because you have Vic Fangio on the other side, where the defense can be top 10 at least. And it's like
Yeah.
you have to score 23 points a game, and you're going 13-4, whatever it is. I just
Well,
don't get it.
we'll see.
Absolutely.
We'll see what happens. Luckily, they have a whole off season starting right now to figure it out. Um, anyways, moving on to the next segment, we have Pass the Rock, which is our NBA segment. I feel like nobody better but Nico should start off the NBA segment. So I already have some head shakes. What?
Wait, wait,
Oh,
wait,
oh,
wait. Can I just so in our last podcast, right? Neeks was shit talking the Pistons, right? And we'll all remember how he was like, "Oh, the Pistons aren't that good. They're not that great of an
We're in the
offensive
dog days.
team." And
We're in the dog days.
so
and at that point, the Pistons were the first seed, and they were a game and a half up on the Knicks for the who were in the 2 seed. Now the Pistons are still the 1 seed. They lead by 5 games
six and
over
a half.
the 2 seed, which isn't even
Yeah.
6.5,
No,
which
you're good.
isn't even the Knicks. The 2 seed isn't even the Knicks. It's the
The Celtics.
Celtics. The Knicks have fallen all the way down to 4. It's the just a week and a half ago, the Knicks were getting booed off the floor in the Garden. Cat
yeah.
Cat
What?
Cat is getting booed off the floor. He's talking to Carmelo during the games. Melo's like, "Why are you talking to me? You should be invested in the game. You shouldn't even be thinking about me." Um, yeah, it's some
Yo,
sad times
Nico,
in
what's going
MSG.
on
So
over there in
Oh, I
in
would
the
say I'm a
I
little
just
worried
garden,
about the
wanted
bro?
to.
Knicks. A little worried about the Knicks. I mean, we're still 27-18. We've had a few injuries. Just Hart was out. I know Brunson was out. We do have a new coach this year. People forgetting that we do have a new coach. I don't like him. Honestly, I think he's a horrible coach.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's true.
Horrible. Horrible.
I think he's a bad coach. The players this year are just not locked in. Honestly, for the Knicks, like I said, they lost against the goddamn Mavericks. They were down by like 30 to the Mavericks, dude. Without Anthony Davis,
Jeez.
Najee Marshall was going crazy on them, bro. Cooper Flag. I watched the game and I was like, this is the worst game they played in maybe like 5 years. That was bad.
Maybe Cooper Flag was just going off.
We weren't guarding it. It was like 70 points they had in the first half of the Mavericks. But I mean, we're, like I said, still January. Fine, we fine. I still like my team when it comes down to in the playoffs. We still same team, same nucleus. It's been together every year. I am worried about the Pistons. They are huge. They are strong. They can shoot threes, and they're good. They're good. I was just mad before because they're still our Suns though. We beat them last year. 6 games wasn't easy, but we beat them. I think the NBA, it's a weird place right now. All-Star game is coming up. A little controversy about that. Just because.
What's the controversy?
It's going to be.
Well, it's the whole Clippers thing. The Clippers are under investigation, and the league has kind of
Whoa, what investigation?
Yeah, they are. There's
The Kawhi thing.
allegations of them trying to augment the cap with a random um company that is an arbor company. They plant trees. What is it? Do you remember the name of the company, Matt, that allegedly played Kawhi? It starts with an A,
but
And it
like
played Kawhi.
they're like a tree
That
company, and
paid him.
they paid Kawhi like $15 million for like nothing.
Yeah, he apparently allegedly for like appearance fees, but he never showed up to anything.
Yo, got some weird stuff going on over there in LA.
Aspiration was the name of the company.
Aspiration.
Yeah. And the Clippers are hosting All-Star Weekend, so that's
really?
kind of so that's kind of why everyone's like the
Yeah,
national media is going to ask about it.
that is weird. What they play in the Staples Center?
Into it
They built their own stadium.
Yeah, I forgot that it doesn't have like crazy like AI lights and like all the stuff in the seats. Well, I mean that'll be cool. That makes sense why they have the All-Star game there.
All right, I got something for the NBA. I got a little thing. I don't watch a lot of the NBA. I'm just scrolling the standings. What have popped out? How about the Toronto Raptors, third seed in the East, and the fifth leading scorer I see averaging 11 and 5, shooting 52 and 37 from three. Sandro Mamukelishvili, my boy.
Yes.
The Seton Hall alum. He just got his degree. I think last year during the season. Congrats to him.
Shout out
from the country of Georgia, and the guy is playing some good ball right now. I mean, I don't know. Is this his first like extended run in the league? I think, right? Like for an actual team.
Yeah. He played with the
first team that he's actually gotten.
He went to San Antonio, and
now that he's gotten real minutes on. So it's been great.
Yeah,
for
I remember
him.
He went to San Antonio. That's cool though. He's getting some time out there.
Yeah,
he played the Knicks one last year. He had like 30 minutes, 30 points. Like
he dropped like 30 on the Knicks.
Damn, hey, shout out Seton Hall, bro. We produce some crazy athletes. All right.
Yeah, we breed talent. Talent is bred in South Orange.
Just look at Miles and I.
They're for sure balling the Raptors. They're playing some good ball.
Absolutely. Do we have? Did you have anything in the NBA?
I was gonna say I don't really have too much other than I'm looking forward to the Spurs at Rockets coming up. But besides that, I don't really have anything that is very memorable. I think unless you have something, we can move on to our next segment. Oh, Miles does have something.
Yeah. Last note, I would like to say I am a Golden State Warriors fan. This is absolutely the saddest Golden State Warriors season since the 2020 season, in which they absolutely sucked. So I will just say that. So pray for me, please.
It's rough for
Bay City. Brother, though, I was sad to see him get injured.
So sad.
That sucked. I love the bet.
All right.
These are my supportive friends, everybody.
All right. Moving on. Next segment, we have college football, which we're going to call It Just Means More. It just means more. College football. Don't we all love it? I love college football. And I mean, we saw the absolute domination that Indiana had over Oregon. I know that the game didn't just happen, this second yesterday, but in my opinion, I loved that game. I thought it was a great game, and it showed why Freddie Boy truly deserved that Heisman. But I'll pass it over to you guys. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, they completed the story, the miracle comeback of, or not even comeback, the come up of Indiana football. Kurt Cignetti's flipped this program on its head in two plus years. Um, to take the losingest program ever and then be this what a second team or first team to go 16-0 in a season. I know with the playoff they can it's just started, but yeah, I'm really intrigued to see. He's gotten a lot of hype now. It's like, oh, is he the greatest coach ever? Is this the greatest comeback ever? We'll see what happens next year. I mean, they got a good portal class coming in. So yeah, I think if they do something like they did this year, then we're gonna have some tough conversations.
So yeah, I mean, congratulations to the University of Indiana. I mean, storybook season from start to finish. I mean, I doubted them the entire time. I will say that. I did not think that they would win an outs in early in the season, and then I wondered if they would beat Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, and then they've just gone on this run, and Fernando Mendoza just played great ball, and Kurt Signetti and all their assistants just really coached his team, and it's just a very hungry, very sound team. And yeah, I mean, I'm happy for them. The Big Ten has now won 3 straight national championships, so you know it just means more is the SEC's motto, but Big Ten kind of runs college football at the current moment. And yeah, I mean, congratulations to the Hoosiers, and we'll see what happens next year.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Big season to kind of follow up on. But Nico, what did you think about the national championship game that happened in the college football world? Indiana, Oregon.
I thought it was a great game, fantastic game to watch.
Miami, Indiana played
I mean,
Miami.
I Miami. Wow.
It was a fantastic game to watch. I thought Mendoza proved why he's the number one pick and why he deserved the Heisman. That run he had was insane. Um, should have bet on him. I knew he was going to freaking score. I was like, this guy's probably going to score. He did. I thought it was a great game. I thought the Miami game put up a great fight, and it was kind of fitting, not fitting, but it was like so like cliche for Beck to throw a pick at the end of the game. Kind of figured he would. It was a great game. I think Indiana's definitely here to stay for sure.
That's fair. That's fair. I thought it was interesting that Miami barely got in the game before, so I really didn't know what to expect from that game. But some good college football insights. If nobody else has anything else, we can move on then. We'll go to our next segment, which is going to be college basketball, which we're going to start calling Survive and Advance. Obviously, we are Seton Hall alums, so there's going to be bias there. But what did we have this last coming week / what's coming up? What do you guys think, Miles? What do you have?
Um, I know. I know Matt's going to talk about the crazy Saturday that just happened with all the freshmen playing well, so I'll leave that to him. I will say, as you noted, seeing all of us Seton Hall alums, the Pirates have been utterly frustrating these last couple weeks. I mean, Jesus Christ, talk about a cliff and just falling off. I
Yeah, man.
mean,
Yeah.
it's just it's been such a tough watch. I mean, I thought the the St. John's game in the Garden. I mean, we played so well for a good majority of the game, and then just watched them crumble. And I mean, this game against DePaul was just a disgusting watch. I mean, the lack of shooting, the lack of even the will to attempt a 3-point shot. I mean, no one on the court is even looking to attempt a 3-point shot. And I get it, understanding your strengths and weaknesses of the team is important. But in order to win in modern day college basketball, you have to be able to make a certain like threes and take threes in a game. Um, and I mean, it's just they never get to set up this gaudy press if you can't score the ball. And when we have lack of scoring and lack of spacing, and everyone's just so condensed into the paint, there's no driving lanes. Every time anyone drives, it's into three bodies, and they're just kind of chucking the ball everywhere. Um, and yeah, I mean, Matt texted in our group chat that we're the Iowa of college basketball, and he's completely correct. I mean, we have
Yeah.
this great defense when we can actually set up a defense, but if you can't score, the defense doesn't really mean that much. And so yeah, so I'm really worried. I mean, what seemed like it was going to be a very promising season for the Pirates has now kind of hit the skids unless they're able to regroup and get back on the horse. But um yeah, so not a great time for the Pirates, who are now 4-4, or are they now 4-5 in conference play? Yeah, I
Yeah,
believe
four and
they're four
five.
and five now.
Four
Yeah.
and five.
So yeah. So that's
Yeah.
all I had. But I'll swing it to Matt to talk about all the great freshman performances that happened on Saturday in college
Oh
basketball.
yeah, it was a great Saturday of college hoops. I mean, this freshman class has just we thought they were good coming in, and then in December we're like, okay, this might be like a one of the best, and then now we're like, okay, this might be the best freshman class ever. We had three performances on Saturday that pretty blew me away. First, he was almost my story of the week. Keaton Wagler, freshman for Illinois, he was ranked outside the top 50 coming into this year. Didn't seem like he was going to start. A couple injuries and a couple bad play have pushed him into the starting lineup. They went to number 4 Purdue on Saturday, and he put on a show. He had 46 points on 17 shots. He went 9 for 11 from tray ball. Um, and just the efficiency he had, they have on Basketball Reference the efficient field goal percentage. It's over 1,000 that he had. He was he
Jesus.
was 13 for
Dang.
17, and he was 11 for 13 from the line. That was the most a freshman's ever had on the road against a top 10 team in the history of college basketball. What a performance by the kid. Uh, Going to Lubbock, what a game that was. That was an Elite Eight Final Four type game between Houston and Texas Tech. Kingston Flemings, he took the L, but he did have the performance of the day for that game. He had 42 points, shot 15 for 26. Um, the kid, I think I've talked about him on every episode. I love this kid. He was top 10 recruit. He's not like he was top 15 recruit. He didn't really get a lot of the pub as like a Darren Peterson or an AJ DeBanza that we're about to talk about got, but he's worked himself into a lottery pick along with Keen Wagler, who we thought was gonna be like a 3-year, 4-year player. These guys are gonna be potential lottery picks come June, and then just to top it off, the number one recruit coming into this year, AJ DeBanza for the BYU Cougars. They had the part two of the Holy War this year. It went against Utah, and he put on a show. He had 43 points. He was 15 for 24,
Dang.
4 for 5 from three. The kid can just do it all. And I pray to God the Nets have number one pick and pick him. They should not even think about it. I mean, Darren Peterson's a pretty good player, but this kid can be him.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a
watching AJ
that's a heavy resume.
yeah, watching AJ DeBanza is
Yep.
truly a treat. I mean,
Oh,
all three performances were absolutely amazing. I mean, um to go into Mackey and to do what that Illinois freshman did was ridiculous. I mean, the shots that he was taking and pulling from three were ridiculous. And obviously Kingston Flemings in a tough game against a tough opponent. Um Obviously had a hell of a game and obviously played super well as well and shot the ball great. But I mean, you just see AJ Debanza move on a college basketball floor, and you know it's different, and you know that he's going to be special at any level of basketball, and it it for my money, he's the number one pick in the draft, and so yeah, I mean, as a Nets fan, you gotta hope that that he's there when you guys are picking number one,
Yeah,
hopefully.
hopefully they
So
pick him up.
Hopefully they get one, please. And
yeah.
I think a lot of these freshmen. I just want to touch on JT Toppin for the Red Raiders. I mean, he was the Big 12 Player of the Year
Mm.
last year. He was an all first team All American, and I don't think anybody's talked a word about him all year, and he's having an even better year than he had last year. And I think we talked about the first ep in Times Square. I was like, these other guys, like, it can't just be a two-man show all the time for Tech. It might just be a two-man show, and they just might run the table. I mean, these two guys are just incredible. Christian Anderson is balling right now, and JT Toppin's JT Toppin. So Red Raiders, if they get like anything from anybody else, they're gonna win the game. So
Hey,
props.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, baby. Texas Tech has shown they have some elite skills. But yeah, well, if they get any more weapons, they are going to be a serious threat. I wish that we could say the same thing about Seton Hall, but it is what it is.
Matt, do you wanna talk about the Arizona BYU game from last night
Oh
or no?
yes, another
Mm,
another freshman's Braden Berries had like I don't have the stats on me right now. I think he had
29. He
26,
had
29
29.
points, and he was like
Yeah.
14 15 from the line. He pretty much closed it out. He had the game-winning block at the end on Robert Wright. Devanza didn't have his best game, but he still finished with 25, 24. He's 6 for 24, but he goes to the line like every possession, so it doesn't really matter. And Koa Pete had this. I don't know if we probably put up the clip, please. And he makes the shot with like 3 minutes left, and they're up like seven. Like there was a crazy end to the game where like BYU put on the press, and it got a little dicey. But Arizona still is undefeated. One of the two last undefeated as we're recording this as the basketball loses in Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor. Um, but yeah, Kobe hits the shot with like 3 minutes left, and it's right over this guy, and this guy's up right in his grill and just drills it. And I was like, that kid's a hooper. That kid's a hooper. And they have this other, I don't know if he's Russian or he's some European dude. He can shoot it, and he's another freshman. My mom, we were watching. He's like, oh, look, he has. If you ever want to find him, he has the cups all over his arms. He's cupping.
mm.
He might
Okay,
cup like
gotcha.
5 minutes before the game because he has like 17 black spots
He's
on his
he,
shoulder.
he still
But he
has
could shoot
cups
it.
on while
It
they're
works.
saying the national anthem.
Oh yeah, it works. And well, they're 21 and
Hey,
0, so I'm not gonna question it.
Yeah.
wow, oh, pretty crazy. Nico, do you have any final thoughts or notes or anything you want to say?
Yeah, final thoughts.
What are your thoughts on the Pirates? What are your thoughts on the Pirates, Neeks?
Yeah, man, I don't know. So bad. It's like, how the hell do you get ranked? Then you just play absolutely awful. Mind you, they're like, and it's against Big East teams, like our own like rivals, and it's just the same shit, man. We just can make free throws. I don't know. Like, you never score points. Just like, it's
Yeah,
annoying. So
it's
annoying.
it's been a problem since like 2023. We could not make free throw. It looks honestly a lot like that team, but for whatever reason, it started happening halfway through the season. Um, Unlike in 2023 and 2024 when we just started off never being able to make free throws. But yeah, anyways, sorry. What were you saying, Nico?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that, for March Madness. That's for sure. Especially with the players of caliber we have this year in the sport. I think we're definitely going to be in for a great tournament this year. So I'm definitely going to be watching college basketball starting now in the month of February, so I could be up to date in March.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, hopefully March goes pretty wild, and you cash some big bets in between then.
Definitely will be.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Well, we can move on to our next segment. How can you not be romantic about baseball? Um, this is gonna be all Matt doing a lot of heavy lifting on this one. You see
Here
how
we go. I got my
excited he
notes.
gets. So
Here we go.
so here we go.
We're in the off season, but the stove is flaming, boys and girls. The floodgates opened up, and everybody got up in the arms when Kyle Tucker, the most prized possession of the free agency market, went to the Los Angeles Dodgers, the back-to-back World Series champions for 4 years, $240 million, $60 million a year. The rich get richer, and lockout looming. And then all these teams started panicking, and it was like, oh, we gotta just like compete with this $2 billion roster. Next domino fall, Alex Bregman went to the Cubs where Kyle Tucker left for 5 years, $175 million. The Cubs really needed that. They needed that middle of the order bat after losing Tucker. The Red Sox, what are you doing? You traded Devers for this guy to beat the clubhouse leader, and now he's gone. Well, they bounced back. They signed one of the top pitchers on the market, Ranger Suarez from the Phillies, to a 5-year, $130 million contract. That was a pretty good get. I'm nervous. That rotation looks pretty sick. Um, the Mets, after losing Edwin Diaz, Pete Alonso, they trade for Marcus Semien. They trade for the biggest fish in the market, Freddie Peralta from the Brewers. He goes to the Mets for Jet Williams and Brandon Sprout. A little steep, but you got to do it. I mean, you need a top flight starter, and that'll do it. Pair him with Noel McLean. Should be a fun trip as Miles shows the little hat he has.
The
Um,
little hat
they
he
didn't
has.
they didn't stop there, or I think this happened before the Freddie Peralta trade. Bo Bichette from the reigning AL champions, Toronto Blue Jays, signs with the Mets for 3 years, $126 million, $42 million a year, with two opt-outs in it. So it's probably going to be a
Dang.
1 year deal. It's probably going to be a 1 year deal because then they're not going to be playing any baseball in 2027. So,
I don't know.
but we still got some fish in the market ready to be fried. We got Framber Valdez looking for 30 million plus. He's a good pitcher, a little head case. Zach Allen was a multiple time All-Star, had a terrible year in his contract year this year, but I think someone will still try to pay him. And Eugenio Suarez hit a bunch of bombs during the playoffs for Diamondbacks and the Mariners. And Luis Ariz, former multiple-time batting title champion, still looking for a deal. I think that's one of the most polarizing players in all of baseball. You see, he hits 315, but then it's all singles, and he can't field the ball. So it's what are you paying him to do? How long you paying him? He's getting up there in age. And then I forgot this. The Yankees, Cody Bellinger is back playing left field for the Yanks for 5 years, $162.5 million. Needed to do it. They probably waited too long, but I think Cody won like the world after Tucker signed for 60 million. But I think it was a fair price for him and the team. But yeah, that's all the baseball news that I got. WBC's in 33 days, 36 days, and the pitcher catcher report in 14 days, and opening night 57 days till we start baseball, baby.
Jesus
Let's go.
Christ.
Okay, yeah.
Cannot wait
The
for
Be
that.
baseball
paying
off
attention
season
for that.
just seems yeah, the baseball off season just seems non-existent, dude. Like winter meetings are
Yeah.
just like here, and then it's just straight spring training. We're into it.
Yeah, we
One
play for
It's
9
second we're
pretty
months.
crazy.
throwing hundreds of millions of dollars
Pitchers,
around. The
pitchers and
next
catchers
second
report
we're
in
playing.
14 days. 14 days. Pitchers and catchers
Yeah, like
report to camp.
that's insane. That is
Man.
And I don't
absolutely
know if you guys
insane.
saw Jose Altuve was blocked from the Astros to play in the WBC. And Carlos Correa as
Mm.
well. He couldn't get a
Wow.
what do you call it? Like a guarantee or
Full
like when you
credit.
get hurt, like when you get hurt, insurance,
Injury clause?
insurance. He
His
didn't get any insurance
Oh,
on his contract, so he's not playing
Mm.
for where's he from? Puerto Rico.
is this due to like the like Edwin getting hurt the last time
Yeah.
that there
Well,
was
also
the WBC?
Carlos Correa like walks around hurt, so it doesn't like him. It's like
Mm.
yeah, I don't really know.
Damn, tough hit for the Boricuas,
But
Neeks.
it doesn't really matter because
Yeah, for
The U.S.
real.
is stacked. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
they are unbelievably stacked. If they don't run through this, if they don't beat Japan, it's like, what else do we have to do?
Yeah.
Scuba Skeens,
Yeah.
Judge,
I think hit
Raleigh,
Oh, jeez.
Mm.
Judge the captain. I don't know if today the
Judge
cover
is the
of,
captain.
and he's
Wow.
also the new cover athlete for MLB The Show 26, repping the USA,
Oh,
looking like Captain
Ooh.
okay.
America. That's my
Okay.
goat,
Okay.
Okay.
and that's baseball, baby.
All right. That was how can you not be romantic about baseball? What a segment. But we can move on to our second to last segment, almost ending the episode here. But we're gonna end up on a couple of high notes. We're gonna go into talking about bets. The first one, not high note. The second one will be, but this first segment we're gonna call FanDuel Agents of the Week. Now, what this is us talking to you about players that we thought absolutely sold this week, whether it was a serious parlay like Nico, or it was your chances at going to the Super Bowl for some of us like Miles. But I'll dive into it. Mine was not recent. Again, I hate to say it, but unfortunately, mine would be CJ Stroud, absolutely selling it for the Houston Texans and their shot. But it is what it is. You gotta love the Texans. We'll see what happens next year. But that was mine. Matt, Nico, Miles, what do you think?
I'll take it first before Nico goes on his tangent. My FanDuel agent of the week is not a player. It is a whatever ref in that Denver New England game blew that play dead when the New England defense
Oh
was going to
yeah,
score a
this was
touchdown.
a
I had
terrible beat.
Mm,
I had the New England defense to score a touchdown to I think they're plus 600 or plus 650, and that was my only bet of the game. I was like, let's get the defense in the end zone. He
wow.
obviously fumbles the ball. Like everybody knew it was a fumble. And what a steady. He loves that like little like the chest pass. He does that
Yeah,
all
He
the
did that
time.
twice,
he
and I'm like,
does
dude,
that.
that's not a throwing motion. That's not a
Yeah.
throwing
Uh,
motion.
So
You're
his
not
so
cousin
Mahomes.
Jacob
Stop
used to
it.
do the same thing. Hated when he did that.
so we all knew it was a fumble in live time. I'm like ball. Everybody knows. Everybody's running down. Everybody's trying to tackle the guy except there's one goddamn ref where they tell them on that type of play to not blow the whistle. Blows the whistle for no reason. And then they're like after that, like, oh yeah, we messed up. Yeah, of course he messed up. And then obviously they didn't get into the end zone the rest of the game. So yeah,
Yeah.
Neeks, take it away.
Oh yeah, my FanDuel
Wait,
agent.
Neeks, can I go before? Can I go
Oh, yeah.
before you? I'm sorry. Yeah, just on that note, Jared Stidham is my FanDuel agent of the week. I mean, what are you doing, kid? Like
Steady.
you had like coming into this game, it was such a thin margin for error, obviously, with the backup quarterback starting. No turnovers and just play to your strengths, play to the defense, right? Not only does he have that fumble, right? We have the failed fourth down, which I'm not really putting on him. That's on Sean for having him out there and having a terrible play call. But the pick that he throws at the end of the game, he missed Marvin Mims, like a potential shot to Marvin Mims the play before, and he knew it. And so, but what he's not calculating is that also the defense knows that. So the very next play, he doesn't even make any type of eye contact with Marvin Mims. He literally just throws the ball up to Marvin Mims on Christian Gonzalez. Christian Gonzalez is sitting on the route the entire time with his eyes directly on Jarrett Stidham. It is literally a pass to Christian Gonzalez, not to Marvin Mims. Directly in his hands, game over, season over. Jarrett Stidham, you work for FanDuel, and I will prove it.
Hey, shout out to
Stiddy tried his best. Oh, Stiddy.
yeah. Shout out
Stud him.
to Jared Stidham. I mean, man, he came up, man. He just couldn't. The lights were too
Trying his
bright.
hardest.
Exactly. The snow was too strong, bro. What are you gonna
Snow
say?
too heavy, lights too bright.
Any excuse that we can find. All right, Nico.
True
Without
City.
further
All right,
ado,
go Knicks.
So my FanDuel agent of the week is Macau Bridges. On Saturday, I had a bet. I had Macau for 10 total points, and he finished 1 point shy with 9. In that game, he also shot 3 for 16 from the floor, and he went 1 for 9 from the field. I needed 10 points. He had 9. And that was the only thing that didn't hit on my 25 leg parlay. For $600. For $600, I have a ring.
holy.
Look, you guys say I'm bullshitting, but I do a lot of these legs, and I'm always one off dollars.
That does lead us actually into our next segment, moving off of FanDuel Agents of the Week, where we are going straight into Nico Cashman's betting segment, aka one off or imagine. Nico, what were the biggest bets that you had this week? Either that bet that cashed out or that did not cash out, and leave us with one bet for next week.
I did not have any bets that hit recently. I think the one
Okay.
that hit. I had a buddy of mine. He hit a few times this weekend. He had a crazy parlay, put $100 down and won $5,000. I got to get the ticket up.
Wow, yeah. We'll
Yeah,
put
send
it
me
up
that
here.
screenshot. 100%. Yeah.
His name is Justice Picks on Instagram. He hits the craziest shit. But future parlays coming up. We are in that season right now where there's not many things to bet on. NFL is done. We have NBA. It's very hard to bet NBA in January because these guys just do not play. So you got to be very risky of that. But I have a bet for the Super Bowl. Super Bowl, little early bet.
Okay.
Nothing too big. I'm just gonna do like one prop. I believe in the Super Bowl that I think Jackson Smith goes for at least like 70 yards. I think there's no way he doesn't go for 70 yards. And not Puka, obviously he's not gone. And I think Stephon Diggs gets at least 4 receptions. So those are my 2 early picks for Super Bowl. Jackson's been the jig by 70 yards and Stephon Diggs 3 receptions.
And you're picking, and you said you're picking the Patriots, right?
I'm siding
on
with Patriots.
Patriots
I still don't know. That's my final
What's
confirmation.
the line? What's the line right now?
Yeah,
Seahawks
what
are
is the line?
-3.5. Seahawks -3.5.
Okay.
It's got to be
Plus
close.
money. Neeks
Yeah, I mean,
always rolls with the plus money.
Yeah, I've always
it's always financial for
+4.5.
Neeks.
Sorry.
4.5.
Oh wow.
He could make a bet right now. Altercations.
Nah, it's definitely gonna be a fun Super Bowl. I'm definitely gonna have a parlay, but we're gonna make a whole episode for the Super Bowl, anyways. So stay tuned for that for sure. There's definitely gonna be a pop and parlay for that.
Yeah, Matt, what is your parlay to leave us with?
No, I got a Super Bowl pick. Just I talked to some people. I talked to the ref. I talked to the coin. He's landing on tails. I mean, he told me it's a tails year. I mean, the ref knows who's flipping it. It's a honorary flipper, as they usually do. I can't really disclose that information. You know, it's tight lips. But
Gotcha.
the coin said I can come out
Yeah.
with this. I think tails is going to be the Patriots logo, so I think go tails. Tails seems like a
Okay.
safe bet.
Yeah.
I think you could put probably $1,000 on it.
Probably $1,000. Put the house.
House.
You heard it here.
I'm just being safe. You don't want to raise any alarms, you know. You don't want to raise any alarms.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Definitely don't.
Not to say
But the
anything,
coin
but
will be
we are
mad.
putting it out there. We're putting it out there. We heard it from the coin directly first. Do with that information what you will, but
not betting advice. Not
betting advice.
I'm just saying it's a lock. Not betting advice though.
Not betting advice.
Don't bet.
Definitely
no. Don't bet. We're just saying. Do with that information as you will.
And it's not me giving it. It's the coin. It's not me.
Yeah,
It was
no one's
straight
saying
from
it's
the
you,
coin.
Matt. Absolutely. I mean,
My sources said tails.
we would show you the info, but there's just no point. Just take his word for it, okay?
Should have got a quote.
Please.
I didn't record the conversation.
Yeah, just please. But yeah, so we'll end on that high note. Hopefully, some of you guys enjoyed the new segments, the new way that it's formatted a little bit.
We're just gonna get better. Just gonna get better from here. It's onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
It's just
Also,
a start.
We're gonna tracking parlays for the podcast. We're gonna track our record each episode.
Follow us.
I know you were 1-1. We'll have to check. I don't remember if your parlay from.
We're scratching.
Some confusion with.
Look,
we're starting.
Follow us.
Okay.
If you're curious to see,
if you want to make money in sports betting world right now, bet on Macklin Celebrini. That guy is scoring every game. I don't know how, but he's just doing it every game.
We're not telling you to bet. We're just saying take this information, do what you want.
Bet on Macklin Celebrini. He's a beast. He's a monster. Every game he's scoring.
It's not betting advice, bro. It's
not betting advice. That's just life.
It's not betting advice.
To get rookie of the year, -150 at one point in this podcast. I mean, he's gonna get it. It's a lock.
That is.
Honestly,
if you guys
wait. I have a question. How does the rookie year work? How does the rookie award work in NHL? Like, is there different conferences, or is it one person gets
one?
Because isn't Macklin a rookie?
No.
Oh no, he's not. Second year, right? Okay, thank God. Because I would say he would definitely win it. But he's popping off in the second year. Like, he's going crazy. That guy's taking a leap. scoring every game, like every game.
Every game.
Yeah. Well,
Every-
if you guys are interested in following any of Neeks' bets or anything that we have, including clips or anything, please go and follow all of our social media pages, Instagram, TikTok. Uh, that's Nico's actual Twitter.
The
We'll
greatest
put
in
our
my
Twitter up there as well.
85 cents.
Anyways,
4.9K.
geez. Go follow us on
Yes.
social media. Go like all the clips and everything that we're gonna be posting.
Give us a view, like,
Yes.
subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Would like to say thank you to all of our viewers of EP1 and EP2. Thank you for all
Yeah,
of the support. Um, Thank you to all the people that have helped us, kind of refine this. And like Matt said, we're just getting bigger and better. So thank you to the people that have helped us come up with ideas and segments and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, so we're excited for this journey, and um, yeah, thank you guys for another app.
yeah. It's
Also,
Nice to be with the boys.
it's only gonna get better from here.
there's a
Go like, go follow, go subscribe. This has been across the board. Thank you guys.
Monday, 5 p.m.